You know that moment when you get a letter that just sets your blood on fire? Yeah, that's how it started for me, staring at this ridiculous demand from the Oak Ridge Community Homeowners Association, telling me to yank my old fishing skiff off Willow Pond in 48 hours, or they'd slap me with a 500 daily fine and tow it themselves. The nerve of these folks, acting like they owned the place when I'd caught wind. They'd been treating my family's private pond like their backyard playground for years without so much as a, hey, mind if we... I couldn't help but chuckle through the rage. Oh man, they had no clue who they were poking. And if you're watching this from some quiet lakeside spot or a bustling city apartment, stick around, because this tale of me turning the tables on those entitled busybodies is going to feel like sweet, sweet payback. Let me back up a bit. I'm Alex Thompson, and up until about 6 months ago, I was neck deep in the tech grind out in Seattle, coding away at a startup that built AI security systems for big banks. It was grueling, endless nights debugging code, pitching to investors who treated you like a vending machine for profits. But hey, when a giant corp swooped in and bought us out for a number with enough zeros to make my head spin, I cashed in at 42, burned out and ready for something real. That's when Willow Pond called me home. My grandpa, old man Elias Thompson, a retired logger turned eco-warrior, snapped up the 60-acre pond and the woods around it back in the 50s, when it was all wild timberland. He slapped together a cozy log cabin on the bank, spent his golden years casting lines, jotting down nature poems, and schooling neighborhood kids on why you don't mess with wetlands. Summers with him were magic. Me, as a scrawny kid, dipping toes in crystal clear water, hearing his gravelly voice say, "Water's the heartbeat of everything, Alex. Treat it like gold, or it'll turn to poison." Dad kept the place ticking over, but never really bonded with it, too busy chasing deals in the city, until he and Grandpa passed within a couple years, him from a sudden stroke at 68, leaving it all to me. I'd neglected it for ages, buried in algorithms and boardrooms, but now. I gutted the cabin, kept the woodsy vibe, but added fast Wi-Fi and a killer shower, and settled in as spring thawed the edges. Mornings with black coffee on the pier, afternoons tinkering with fences, evenings drifting in Grandpa's beat-up 14-foot tin boat, watching herons skim the surface. It was therapy, pure and simple, washing away the corporate stress, until those HOA clowns decided to crash the party. It hit me that crisp morning, spotting this garish yellow sticker slapped on my boat like a bad tattoo. Violation. Unauthorized vessel in community waters. Violates aesthetic protocols. Register or remove. I ripped it off, thinking prank at first. But nope. The mailbox held the official letter. All pompous legalese from Victor Hargrove, HOA Prez, threatening impoundment. My blood pressure spiked. Then my phone buzzed. It was my neighbor Sam Rivera, a grizzled ex-mechanic in his late 70s who'd been pals with Grandpa, living a half-mile down the shore in a handmade bungalow. "Morning, Alex. Looks like the vultures finally circled you," he drawled with that knowing laugh. Over coffee later, he spilled. The Oak Ridge crew had built their upscale enclave on the west side a decade back, all McMansions and manicured lawns, and ever since, they'd acted like emperors, hosting fancy bass derbies on Willow Pond like it was their private resort. "They call it the Premier Fisherman's Guild or some snooty crap," Sam grumbled. "Weekend posers in 500 vests who couldn't hook a minnow without GPS. Your grandpa would have chased him off with buckshot." That lit a fire. I dove online, and sure enough, their site was plastered with pics. Annual tournaments on my East Bank, tents, grills, even a pop-up dock they'd bolted down without asking. Posts bragged about our exclusive gem of a pond, with the next big event in days, $4,000 pot, and a shore feast. They'd been at it 5 years minimum, banking on the empty cabin meaning free reign. Talk about entitlement born from opportunism. Probably figuring absent owners equaled easy pickings. Fuming but focused, I rang up my old college buddy Lisa Hartman, now a sharp land use attorney in Portland who specialized in riparian rights. She got why I ditched the tech rat race for pond life. "Wait, you own the whole damn pond, bed and banks, and they're bossing you around on it?" She cackled over the line. "This is trespass gold, Alex. Document everything before they scrub it." She was right. Motivated by years of watching developers bulldoze family lands for profit, Lisa jumped in. I rigged trail cams around the perimeter, motion-triggered and night vision sharp, zeroing on their party spots. Dug out Grandpa's deeds too. Ironclad, full water rights plus 20 feet past the floodline, backed by Dad's Aero 8 survey. Then came an HOA email blast about their monthly powwow. Curiosity won, so I showed up at their swanky clubhouse, all faux marble and chandeliers. Victor Hargrove presided like a mini king, mid-50s with slicked back hair and a yacht club grin, droning on about fence colors and holiday lights. When he hit pond regs, I piped up from the back. Quick question. What makes Willow Pond community waters? Who holds the title? The room stirred. Victor's smile twitched. It's under HOA stewardship, historical setup. I pushed. So deeds, county lease? He bristled, knuckles white on the podium. Details for another time. We have full oversight. Whispers rippled as folks eyed me, and post-meeting, Harold Benson, the guild head, a tanned 60-something in a logo cap, sidled up. New here? That old Thompson shack? Thought it was ghosted. Join our club. Prime spots on the pond. The irony burned. I bit back a laugh, chatted him up about their bash, overhearing Victor mutter to his VP Patricia Lang about speeding up the plan, handle the Thompson mess fast. In the lot, Victor cornered me in his shiny SUV. Mr. Thompson, let's align your rustic setup with our standards. Your skiff's a bit eyesore-ish. I played cool. My pond, my rules, deeds say so since '53. His eyes flashed worry before the mask. Misunderstandings. Our lawyers can chat. Back home, my boat was gone. Poof, just another notice for an $800 fine to reclaim it. Rage hit hard, but Grandpa's words echoed. Anger clouds. Breathe plan. Sheriff's call. Civil spat. Sort it with them. HOA pull, no doubt, from schmoozing locals for influence. Lisa rolled in next day, poring over papers. Their original plats exclude Willow Pond flat out. They've been gaslighting residents. Sam dropped a bomb. His cousin in county planning saw their app for a ritzy expansion. Upscale villas, yacht slips, 9-hole course, all on my pond, driven by Victor's greed to flip it big, assuming I'd sell or fold. Inner storm brewing. This wasn't petty. It was a power grab, HOA flexing to mask their landlust, clashing with my roots in stewardship. We went stealth. Lisa drafted a polite doc request to probe without spooking. Their attorney fired back threats, vague as fog. I tipped Rebecca Hayes, a local journo who'd exposed HOA scams, over pie at the diner. They're peddling my pond as theirs, rumors of builds too. She perked. If it's fraud, that's front-page dynamite. Victor showed at my door pre-tourney. All faux buddy. Alex, wrong foot, keep your boat. Just sign this nod to our pond roll. I scanned it, basically ceding control for perks in their scheme. And the guild bash? Your resort whispers? His facade cracked. Opportunities for all if you play ball. Bribe stench strong. I stalled. Lawyer eyes first. Tournament dawn. Chaos on my east bank. 50 folks, 18 boats. Harold barking orders. Victor schmoozing suits with mock-ups. We command the shores. One holdout nearly inked. Hidden with Lisa, cams rolling, his lies poured. Minimal snags. Formal controls a formality. Greed clear. Victor's past flops fueled this desperate hail. Mary, HOA dues siphoned for his dreams. Time to strike. Lisa slammed an emergency order. Judge, seeing our proof, greenlit it. With a deputy in tow, signs up, we marched in mid-feast. Folks, private land, vacate now. Pandemonium, Harold bellowed. 15 years tradition. Lisa fired. 15 years trespass. Court says out. Victor shoved through. Absurd. We manage this. I handed deeds. Lies. You've scammed your own. Residents turned. Our fees paid for pond access. Where'd the cash go? Investors bolted. Faces thunder. Victor yanked me aside. You fool. I run this town. War now. I smirked. Fraud tapes say hi? Your Florida condes catch up? He blanched. Yeah. Rebecca dug his alias, revoked license for boundary scams, fleeing north to restart. Crowd scattered. Rebecca snapped pics, her piece exploding. HOA fraud unmasked. Dues probe launched. Emergency meet. Board imploded. Resignations flying. Victor ghosted amid lawsuits from backers he'd duped. We pivoted. New Prez Edward Lawson, a fair ex-prosecutor, helped form Willow Pond Stewardship Alliance. Permits for access, fees to eco-upkeep, open guild for all, East Bank a humble park with Grandpa's plaque. Water's heartbeat, guard it fierce. Boat back. I float with Sam, swapping yarns. Lisa checking in, pond thriving, conflict-birthed community. But man, was justice always this clean? Or does it leave you wondering, if I'd caved, would the pond be condos now? Or was Victor's fall too pat? HOA rot too deep? Drop a comment. Ever battled bullies like this? Who's right in land fights? Owners or communities? Share your take. Hit like if payback hit home. Subscribe for more real-life showdowns.